Why do you think it's important for women to have independence? Why do you think it's important for women to have independence even if they are in a relationship?
Well, anytime you put another partner on a pedestal, in relationship to that, you'll minimize yourself into a pit. People aren't worth putting on pedestals or pits. They're worth putting in hearts. When you have a balanced orientation, you've met your match. When you put them on a pedestal, you'll minimize yourself and sacrifice yourself until you build resentment to get your life back. It's wiser to be authentic and to be patient and value yourself enough to know you get the person that really matches you. When you have a nice bantering mechanism where you can support and challenge the person equally, you know you've met your match. But if you're kind of looking up to them and thinking they have something you don't, and you're too humble to admit what you see in them is inside you, you're going to play small and you're going to hold back on the things you dream about, and you're not going to speak up until that eventually you've repressed it so long you come out with it. Wiser to just find a match and just date along the journey, and don't be pushy. When you're desperate, you push the great ones away. When you're inspired and doing what you love, when you're doing what you really love to do, you have the highest probability of attracting a mate that matches it. The more authentic you are, the more you get the guy that matches you.
So for girls, we don't need to run around, chasing the boys and doing that thing. We just have to worry about being ourselves and being the best we can be, and then they'll just come?
If you're more inspired doing what you love to do, you match the person that matches that. So you got to give yourself permission to be yourself. If you do, they'll give you permission to be yourself.
I want to talk a little bit about you. Can you share us a bit of your story and how you've come to do what you do now?
Well, I don't know how far back you want to go.
Let's go right back to what they told you when you're young. I'm quite familiar with John's work because I've done a lot of it. So let's tell everyone else.
I was born with my foot and hand turned in. I had to wear braces as a child, and when I was 4, I begged my dad to get out of them. I wanted to be free. I guess I've been traveling and I love being free. I've still been that way. Never stopped that. When I hit first grade, I was told by my teacher that I would never be able to read or write or communicate, never amount to anything or go very far. So I ended up making it through school by asking kids questions so they could help me when reading, because I didn't know how to read. I didn't read till I was 18. So I ended up eventually dropping out of school. I hung out on the streets, lived the streets, eventually made it to California to surf at a place like this. It was Huntington Beach, California in 1968. I hung out there at the beaches. I remember this place. And then I ended up making it to Hawaii. So I wanted to ride big waves. So I'm sitting here at Bondi, and it's bringing back some memories. But I wanted to ride the North Shore, I wanted to ride big waves, and I wanted to be a surfer. But I wasn't taking care of my health, and I wasn't taking care of my life, and I wasn't valuing myself 100%. Ended up nearly dying. Not from the surf, but from the things I was doing, the lifestyle. And luckily, a lady found me in my tent, nearly dead, and led me to a little health food store and started to get me back on track. And that led me to meet a gentleman at a little talk one night named Paul Bragg. Paul Bragg was a pioneer in longevity and health and wellness. And one night, one message, 1 hour, this one man got to me. And that night, it was the first time in my life I ever believed I might be intelligent and that I might be able to do more than what I was doing. Not that I didn't love surfing, because I love surfing, but I just thought I could maybe someday do something more. And that was the night I saw a vision of traveling the world and being a teacher and learning how to read and being intelligent and doing what I'm doing today. And that's 42 years ago. So I've been doing it ever since.
What does your life look like now? Can you share some of the exciting, people you've met along the journey, some maybe celebrities or things that us girls might be interested in?
I live on the World condominium ship, which travels all over the world today. So I've been blessed there. That takes me to the most amazing places. It's the best address on the earth. I've met some of the most amazing people, from celebrities to leaders to religious leaders, political leaders, celebrities, all different types. And I've been blessed to have them also as students and also colleagues. And I just full-time travel the world and get to speak and do what I love doing and get handsomely paid to do that and meet amazing people and try to do my best to help people do whatever they want to do in life. If you want to dedicate your life to raising a beautiful family, then so be it. If you want to raise and do something in fitness, you deserve to do it. I don't believe there's any dream that is not obtainable. I believe everybody has the ability to manifest a dream.
And for people who think, I speak to young people often, and they say, my family doesn't have enough money to take that course, or I don't know if I'm smart enough, or is there even a job in that, or my friends have have done it and they haven't made it, so I'm not going to take that course because there's no jobs? What do you have for them?
Well, when the why is big enough, the hows take care of themselves. When you have a big enough reason for doing something, you'll find the way. When we live congruently and in alignment with our highest values, we activate the executive center in the brain. The prefrontal cortex is activated, and we are able to see things, plan things, execute things, and achieve things. But when we're not living true to ourselves, the animal brain comes in, and we're caged, and we constrain ourselves, and we have no governance. So when we're authentic, we literally have creative ideas come into our brain and have solve problems. And we synchronize and attract people into our life to help us. And we're willing to speak up and ask for what we want. And the Aladdin factor comes into play. We start rubbing the genie and the genie appears. And we start to manifest the people, the places, the ideas, the events to help us get there.